We'll go ahead and get started here. It's just past 6:30, so we want to honor your time tonight. Welcome to the 2022 Fall Sports Program. As you can see on the stage here tonight, we are going to recognize numerous accomplishments from the fall, and just seems like the other day we were all in Wicked. What a fantastic fall sports season, and each one of the coaches will be talking about their seasons. We'll have a bunch of thank yous here as well, but we're here to celebrate the successes of our fall sports season. A few things here to highlight here before we get started here, as you can see on the stage here. And some of these things aren't displayed because we get little plaques that are posted on our plaques in the Commons area, like in Southwest Conference. So the girls golf team was the Dawson County champions, and that's one thing that we always strive to beat is Cozad and Lexington. So congratulations. The football team finished the season with a dominating win over Broken Bow on our home field. That was a fantastic win. The softball team was the C7 district runner-up, as you can see the plaque on the stage, and finished the year 25-7. The volleyball team was the Southwest Conference overall season champions, the Southwest Conference tournament runner-up, the C14 district champions, and they qualified for the state tournament for the second time in school history, and they finished as the NSAA C1 state runner-up. Also along those lines was state volleyball. As you can see the trophy on the stage, it represents everyone in this GAC that was in attendance there in Lincoln. We were awarded the C1 Sportsmanship Award. All the students and fans were outstanding, and this award was well deserved. Thank you. The boys cross country team was the Southwest Conference champions for the first time in 36 years. They were the C5 district champions, as you can see the plaque on the stage. And the big one on the stage, they were the NSAA Class C state champion. I have a bunch of thank yous here, so kind of bear with me, but there's a lot of behind the scenes work that a lot of people do for me and for our activities. So we need to make sure that we do recognize those people. But thank you to the athletes for competing to the best of your ability and representing your school with community with character and class. We appreciate all the hard work, your grit, your courage, your perseverance, and your commitment that you displayed this fall. Obviously, the trophies on the stage tonight showcase that hard work that you put into your respective programs. Now you have set that tone for a very successful school year, and I look forward to watching you carry the momentum from this fall to the winter and to the spring. Next, I'd like to thank the parents for all, especially being here tonight, but just for the support, whether it's home games, away games. I know you guys put in a lot of time to travel all the long miles for the away games and all the food that you give all the teams and stuff. But you have given us great student athletes to work with, and the coaches will obviously talk about that as well. But your outstanding support, your positive support throughout the season at our home and away games is very greatly appreciated. Thank you to the fans from our community that help support our teams positively at home and away. Your support obviously is very greatly appreciated. I was just at an AD conference these last 2 days, the state AD conference, and many people complimented me on our fans and our students. And so that you need to be well commended for that. This is a great place to be, and I think we're very jealous. Thank you to the students, the student body that supported our students at home and away games. Your positive energy and your support of teams is outstanding. Thank you to the spouses of the coaches. As you know, these coaches spend a lot of time with the athletes at practices, at games. They're on bus rides all, 200-300 miles away. But they put in a lot of time in the off season as well. And it takes a lot of time away from their family. So thank you for sharing your coach or your spouse with us. We have great coaches here. And so thank you for those of you that are in attendance. And the last thing here, thank yous is to the coaches. We have an outstanding group of coaches here, obviously. And these ladies and gentlemen, put in a lot of time, whether it's in the off season, the weight room, the camps, the open fields, the open gyms, the individual work with their athletes. They put in a lot of time, and it's showcased here this fall. But thank you for your hard work, your commitment, and your dedication to our programs. And some special thank yous here, sport related. Softball, is Coley and Corey here? They won't be here. Coley Harrison and Corey Beachel. This is our grounds crew for our softball fields. And some dads did help out as well when we were kind of dividing doing tournament play in sub-districts. So thank you to all those that helped with the grounds. But Coley and Corey, sometimes they're late at night dragging the field, lining the fields for the next day. They put in a lot of time, so thank you for doing that. And also to Noah Day, the city of Gothenburg, they did a great job of helping keep the fields mowed and everything for our games. Tony Collins for girls golf, for use of the golf course, and also cross country out there. And also with cross country, all of you that volunteered to help. We have a lot of people that, when we have about almost 600 runners out there running on our golf course, we have to stage numerous people at different places on the course. And so those of you that volunteered, I greatly appreciate your help. For volleyball, all the table help. We hosted a lot of home games this year. So Score Clock, Libero, Libero, and all the line judges. As you notice in sub-district play, it's kind of hard to find some really good help. And those people that did help, especially in the sub-district, they call them that team the A team. Those of you that knows that we're working. So thank you for your help. For football, all the chain gang members that helped, the press box crew, Aaron Solomon, Craig Johnson, Megan Hakey, and all the EMTs that were present during our home and away football games. And to our cheerleaders, Mrs. Peterson and Morgan Weaver, for all your support. They do travel to a lot of our home games when possible, so thank you for your support. And the pep band as well, Mrs. Welch and all the pep band members for their support at home games. Les Hardy, he's one of those behind the scenes that mows the field, paints the field. It takes a lot of time when you're doing it all by yourself for all of our home football games. So thank you to Les. Also thank you to our custodians, Jesse Kinchlow, Rick Frickenstein, Les Hardy, Joe Weaver, Don Hardy, Cindy Reinhardt, and Patty Jessica. They help a lot. They're the ones that are kind of the last ones here cleaning the stands at football games or the bleachers, the gyms, and everything, put everything away. So thank you for all your help. And our bus drivers, Marty and Dave and Mitch and Les. We're down to 4, but they put in a lot of time. These are outstanding people. They give up a lot of time as well from their spouses as well to drive our activities, and these are very special people. Charity Wyatt, I know she's here in attendance, but she takes all of the awesome pictures that are shared out, so thank you very much. To our local businesses, as you know, we do have our Huddle Focus cameras. This year we were able to get our Huddle Focus camera up on a football field. So now we have 3 of them. But these businesses help support and sponsor our Huddle subscription that is very expensive, but it gives us the ability to live stream games, and then the coaches download them to scout opponents, watch film, etc. So without their help, this would not be possible. So Kim Graff and Trevor Gallus in the broadcasting class for their coverage and help with live streaming our home games. I know Trevor is here in attendance, because he has the highlight video coming up a little later, but a lot of people complimented me on the commentated games for volleyball games that he did this year. So A lot of people were wanting to know who that was, so that was Trevor Dallas. And to my administrative team, Mrs. Jonas, Mr. Riker, Mrs. Richardson, Mrs. Floyd, and Mrs. McKenna. This is one of the falls where I think I had multiple activities on the same night many times. We had junior high football, we had volleyball, we had softball going at the same time. I can only be at one place, and they helped out to be at those other places to help administer those games. So I appreciate all your help throughout the fall. Those are all my thank yous, so thank you for bearing with me. And thank you to everybody for all the behind the scenes work. That's greatly appreciated this fall. Okay, next on the program is the NCPA Academic All-State Award. As I go through how students are eligible, I want the head coaches to come up here. They will be handing out the awards to those for each of the fall sports. So as they're coming up here, you have to be a varsity player who has played a significant role in the team. You have to have a 3.7 on a 4.0 scale. And we can only nominate 2 per activity. These will not become public statewide until December. But we want to recognize you tonight because we have your certificates ready, we have your medals ready. So we will be recognizing you tonight. So as your name is called, please come up here and make sure you stay up here the entire time until everyone has been recognized. Okay, we will start with girls golf. Ellery Harm and Jada Rubalcaba. In softball, Hannah Devlin and Tasia Holbein. Girls cross country, Avery Solomon and Claire Vincent. Boys cross country, Parker Graves and Isaiah Erman. Football, Jake Burge and Kai Jorgensen. And volleyball, Emily Cornwell and Kara Lascovia. Congratulations for all these excellent student athletes, for all your work in the classroom and in your respective activity. Okay, next I will turn it over to Coach Schaefer to present the Summer Looker of the Year awards.
First, let's just start off giving these kids a round of applause for all they've done this fall. Honestly, looking up here at this table and watching these kids compete all fall didn't surprise me much. Started back in May, and the senior group honestly set a tone for how this fall was going to look, and it's pretty exciting to see what that actually came to actual fruition. Sometimes hard work doesn't guarantee it, but it gives you that opportunity, and we talked about that all summer, about how it sets us up the table to be successful, but in all reality, it gives you the opportunity first. So with that, I'm just going to list off, Coach Scott's going to help me out here. I'm going to list off all the Cardinal winners. To be a Cardinal winner, you had to have 80% attendance out of the 36 available days. So starting with the freshman, Ruby Bell, coming up to be a Cardinal and stay here. McKenna Gilligan, Ellie Wyatt, Anna Keith, Maya Carlson, Peyton Hildren, Lindley Anderson, Caitlin Heacock, Halsey Tamala, Dakota Warner, Olivia Streeter, Abby Negler. Okay, sophomores, Avery Solomon, Taylor Garza, JC Napperson, Joey Holland, Whitney Cunningham, Taylor Birch, Taryn O'Hare, Maddie Cornwell, Callie Strasser, Brianna Houchin, Addie Bartel. Juniors, Hayden Riceley, Logan Hilders, Layla Healy, Clara Everett, Ava Wires, Ashlyn Richardson, and Addison Shrewsbury. Seniors, Ellery Harm, Kinley Strasser, Tara Skoviak, David Steuben, Emily Cornwell, Emily Ross, Addie Wyatt. All right, when I call your name also, come forward. You had perfect attendance. Ellie Wyatt, Anna Keith, Maya Carlson, Lindley Anderson, Halsey Tamala, Avery Solomon, Maddie Cornwell, Callie Strasser, Addison Streeter, Emily Ross, Addie Wyatt. I got it. Those are your Cardinal Club winners. They're your girls. All right, for the boys, freshman starting this freshman class. Tyler Steuben, Harlan Rockford, Clifford English, Landon Veronica, Warren Lynn, Logan Butler, Kaiser T, Jax Rexford, Jack Aiden, Gabe Smith, Evan Johnson, Carson Reiner, Dylan Cheatham, Axel Jordan. Sophomores, Yariel, Kate Niels, Andrew Rudy, Bryce Tiller, Preston Whitler, Max Wild, Kaden Devine, Caden Carlson, Jonathan Davis, Jackson Swan, Jackson Dunn, Dylan Mines, Casey Wobble. Juniors, Trey Stevens, Tucker Keith, Parker Graves, Cooper Kane, Ethan Olson, Cole Atkinson, Carter Anderson, Caleb Tamale, Braden. For the seniors, Jake Burge, Zach Smith, Zach Carver, Weston Geiger, Trevor Gallup, Trey Rossell, Sean Mine, Kai Jordan, Ben Geiger. All right, if I call your name as well, so you coach, or you have perfect attendance as well. Boone Tiedemann, Gabe Smith, Kate Niels, Max Wyatt, Jackson Swan, Jackson Dunn, Tucker Keith, Cooper Kane, Caleb Tamale, Cole Atkinson, Wes Guyton, Trey Rossell, Sean Myers. Those are your Cardinal Club winners for the boys. All right, for Summer Lifter Award, I kind of went with the mantra that find two seniors that, being for one senior boy, one senior girl, that help set a tone in the room, but also show by example how to work, understand what role they are in, but also help encourage those behind them and how they're going to work from here on out. Starting with the boys. Unfortunately, he got hurt the first game. Didn't get to really tell his story of how hard he worked all summer. But I do know that he was a leader and AKA hype man most of the football season. Your Wet Summer Lifter Award for senior Sean Mikes. For the senior girl, that's it. For the senior girl, I'll tell this story just because I think it's a little bit more funny, especially if her mom's taking a picture. Freshmen were kind of whining and didn't really understand the whole idea of what it takes to work hard through the whole workout. They wanted to hurry and get to their camps. They were worried the coach was going to be mad at them. They didn't realize that I already talked to coaches. I knew that that's where we start the work is in the weight room. And I didn't have to say anything. She walked right over and let her sister and her friends know that that's not how it will be, and you will work all summer. And this is where we start, and we set that tone. That girl is in that winner, Addie White. She set a new squat record today too. While they're getting their picture, the two underclassmen that hopefully I think can help set the tone moving forward for our program to keep growing. For the boys, I think he's one that I gotta sometimes tell to slow down. Extra work is sometimes, rest is just as important. He's usually trying to grab a bunch of buddies to go play pickup or trying to go play 7-on-7. He's always asking what camps he can go to, and he's always busting his butt away from him. That kid is Jackson Donald. And for the girls, this one, I'll be honest, was tough. I sat there and flipped back and forth. Especially last year, I told her, I said, she was right there. She said she promised me she'd win it this year. She definitely took care of that business this summer. And that one was Ashley Murchison.
Okay, time to talk about the softball season and some awards. First off, as Mr. Rodcheck said, we had a pretty successful season. We were 1 week short of tying school record for most of the season, so it was a very good year. Some other team accomplishments, in addition to being the runner-ups in sub-districts, or excuse me, district finals, we were also the Southwest Conference champions. We did also finish ranked in the top 10 in both the Omaha World Herald and Journal Star. They ranked us 5th in the World Herald. We did have 4 all-conference members for Southwest Conference. I believe you will get some certificates for that later, but I'm going to go ahead and name you now. It was Tasia Holbein, Chloe DeHarsh, Hannah Devlin, and Bree Houching. Additionally, the Omaha World Herald came out with its all-state teams last week, and we did have 3 girls who were honored in that. Second team all-state were both Tasia Holbein and Hannah Devlin, and Bree Houcher was honorable mention. And no guarantees. I think next weekend the Journal Star comes out with its all-state, so maybe something to look for. Team record-wise, I'm not going to go through this whole list. I sent a list to get updated on the website. There were 61 additions and changes in school records, like individual top 10 type stuff. So it took a really long time to. It is possible. I mean, I did my best, but there was a lot of different things to try to calculate there. But it's pretty impressive that we had that many additions to our record books. A few I want to mention, team records that we set this year. We set a record for most bases on balls in a single season with 127, which to me was a pretty impressive record. I told the girls, I think I told them that we broke that record with a couple of weeks maybe left in the season. To me, that's a team attitude, because what you're doing is you're just trying to get on base because you trust that your teammate is going to pick up the slack for you. And then in addition to that, on the flip side, we set a single season home run record as well. We hit 17 home runs by 8 different players. Some other things I wanted to mention just quickly here. I like to do a rundown when seniors find themselves in the career leaderboards. And that's not, I'm not talking single season stuff, because there's just too many of those things to try to go through. But just as far as like the entirety of your careers in Gothenburg. First one I mentioned, Chloe DeHarsh. This is I've got a list of 6 different things here. She'll now find her name online on that record book. She's 8th all time in career RBI. She's 10th in career home runs. She's 7th as a pitcher in career wins. 7th as a pitcher in career strikeouts. 8th in innings pitched, and 4th with 3 shutouts in her career. Tasia Holbein. Finished her career at 8th all-time batting average, 396 batting average. 3rd in career RBI. 3rd in career triples. 3rd in base on balls. Career on base percentage, she was 7th all time. Career home runs, she finished, career runs scored, she finished 4th. Career home runs, she was 3rd with 9 career home runs. And she set a new school record, career record with 35 doubles in her sweet career. So. Yeah, one other notable record where we have a new first place in the record books. Hannah Devlin has the single game record for most strikeouts in the game. She struck out 15 batters in Jackson. All right, I'm going to recognize all the letter winners. Now, to be a letter winner, we had 13 letter winners this year, and to become a letter winner, you have to be a regular contributor in varsity games. It comes out to about 20% of all innings played you must participate in. And we had 13 girls do that. We have a pretty deep team this year. So, as I call your name, just come on over here and I'll hand you your certificate. Brie Houchin, Addie Streeter, Abby Shemick, Harley Schramm, Hayden Reisling, Gracie Burson, Tasia Holbein, Brent Herrick, Anna Devlin, Chloe DeHarsh, Sarah Herfel, Allie Goad, Haley Slatt, okay, the other thing we do is we vote on some team awards. We vote on 6 different awards, and girls nominate different players and different plays for these awards, and we're pretty hard to decide on. A lot more people deserving for these awards than just the ones we give out. Okay, but the first one we give out is the Offensive Play of the Year, and this play happened fairly early in the season, but kind of set a tone for the year and a tone for the game. What we voted on was a leadoff home run that Hannah hit against Cozad. I know it was the first time we'd beaten Cozad and since I've been coaching here, kind of a monkey off of our back. And that was the first at bat of the game. It was in Cozad. So to start with a leadoff home run, I think it got us in the right mindset. So. Okay, for our defensive play of the year, probably could argue defensive player of the year as well, but for the defensive play of the year, that goes to Hayden Reisley, who made an amazing diving catch in the district finals game against Polk County, and it was by no means her only diving catch this year, so give us a big lift in the outfield. This next award is the Teammate of the Year award. It's always interesting to see who this goes to because it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And it's been, like I said, these are all voted on by the team, the girls themselves. So you get, it's interesting to see what the team's mindset is, but I can definitely see this. It goes to Molly Perry. This next award is Most Improved Award, kind of similar thing. It could go to multiple different people for different reasons. I like this one because it's interesting to see who the girls see putting in the work, and just to get better every day. And I know she was always asking, what can I do to get better? And it was someone who was new to softball this year, who works her tail off every day in practice. It goes to Mia Flores. Okay, our JV MVP is not actually here, but she still worth recognizing. She was a really important part of her JV team as our pitcher. Pitched almost every inning for the JV, but not pretty darn close anyway. And that's going to go to Gracie Burson. And this last one was very difficult, and it was also a close vote. This is the team MVP or varsity MVP. And this person was extremely valuable, both on offense and on defense for us. as our leadoff hitter and our starting pitcher goes to Hannah Devlin. Well, I think I got everything here. Just hang on for a second, ladies. A couple of acknowledgments I want to give out. Of course, to Coley and Corey. I know they're not here, but I would argue best assistant coaches, softball coaches in the state, the work they do and the dedication to the program and how much they care about you girls. I appreciate that a ton. As well to Amy Harrison, who did our scorebook every single game this year, on the road, at home. Drove herself a lot of the times. That was enormous dedication from her. She loves you girls a lot. To our managers, did a great job this year. I want to thank the parents, family members, other supporters. I know we don't always pull the biggest crowds, but I do think we have some of the most dedicated people who come to the games and make noise for us. Very passionate, dedicated people. Extra shout out to kind of our own personal city crew, I guess, that we got. We had a couple of emergency scoreboard repairs that needed done a couple of times before games. So Nate Baker, Sean Herfel, thanks for jumping in there and saving us a couple of different times there. To the administration, especially Mr. Rocek, for the support, having the athletes back, the coaches backs, and most importantly to the athletes themselves. Okay, it was a great season. Seniors, a great career. So thank you very much.
Coach Day also got Coach of the Year, so we should give him a round of applause.
Next second, Coach Nikki Football.
We're going to start off with helping me pick up your sheet. We have, I think we have, 26 letter numbers this year. We ran into some injury issues. We had kids playing all over the place, different positions. Each one that stepped up, very best they could. It was kind of next man up. And we're going to start off with the young bucks. And this is probably the largest group of freshmen I've ever lettered over a while. Evan Johnson, Landon Roch, Gabe Smith, Boone Teeter, Jordan Witten. Wasn't very long ago, to be honest. Freshman lettering was kind of the everything. That's why I always contributed a lot. They're doing a great future. Sophomores, Jackson Donald, Caden Nichols, Preston Nichols, Jackson Joyce, Lonnie Tiller. Juniors, Braden Anderson, Cole Atkins, Cade Cox, Tucker Heath, Stevens, Caleb Tamar. Seniors, Jay Burge, Bennett Geigen, Wes Geigen, Kai Jurgens, Sean Lyons, Trey Russell, Braden Saban, Zach Smith. While the rest of them are filtering out, this is our group of seniors this year. It's not the largest group, but this is a group that honestly put in kind of an unusual year. And I want to thank them, and I'm going to leave them up here for a while so you get to stare at them for a while. But they put in most of them put in a 4-year commitment in the weight room. Throughout the summer, going 7-on-7. And that bond that you get during, football, it's unbreakable. Stopped at the wedding reception on the way home Saturday night from watching the girls at State William. And it was one of my former players. And as I walked in, the wedding was over, I made it to the reception. And I noticed Paul groomsmen. I think he had 1 college fan and 6 of his high school football teammates. So I imagine you guys probably get along together later on. Maybe not, Jay. Okay. I want to thank these guys. I want to thank all the players for their time and commitment. This is a great group of young men. I want to thank the coaches and families. We put in a lot of time. We love what we do. We wouldn't do it. We didn't love what we're doing. We didn't like spending time with these guys. We're making enjoyable good practice, which I always like practice. But I know they do too. I want to thank the administration, Mr. Moracek, coordinating all those. Besides the school we have to share our athletes. Not very often that we have a sport athlete and just, you guys are going to play basketball in Nebraska. I encourage you to do it. Those coaches, I hope, I think we all do as a coaching staff. We do a great job of sharing and trying to do our best for them. And these guys are going to be good. Also, we have a lot of multi-sport athletes out here. I want to thank our managers. Probably one of the best. One of the best managers, yes. Now, some of these are former managers, so I can't say the best because they're But Kellen, Trayton, Abe, Jackson, and John do a good job of keeping us
keep you guys up here for a little longer. I got a couple more thank yous to add. First of all, I'd like to thank all the coaches for not only coaching us, but being role models on and off the field for us. And for all the dads, for giving us someone to look up to, and for giving us someone to make proud. And for the moms, for putting up with all our stinky, stained clothes and keeping us very well fed. But a couple special thank yous. I might have you guys come up here if you can. First of all, I'd like to thank Charity Wyatt for taking all the amazing pictures. We all love looking through them the next day. So. And finally, to Kellen Strasser. Sometimes your work can go unnoticed, but we all know the important role you play on our team, and us seniors want to thank you for all that you do for us, Kellen.
As I said, this is a very special group. I thank you to keep going, moms. Fathers. We had 5 trips to various parts of the state, and we traveled with about 55 people. And since COVID hit, it has turned into kind of a show to get everybody fed. You know, we have pulled up at some places in the last few years, people won football plays. So these mothers have tried to call themselves to line up our food for after the game. And again, you're trying to feed 55 players. And that is just a tremendous relief and a burden. I didn't have to mess with. I thank you so very much. What a blessing and a relief. That goes without saying, and I don't want to mention necessarily names because there were many of the mothers involved. But when you have 3 mothers that are kindergarten teachers, it's gone. All right. Numbers for our football team this year were kind of low, to be honest. We're hoping we need to build those numbers back up, and we need to strengthen the team and allow us not to beat each other up. One of the reasons I think so highly of this group, the seniors, I had them kind of stay up here for a little extra. You know, when they were freshmen, I think they were a team that had about 55 or 57 guys on the squad. And they got beat up. The varsity probably beat on them a little bit, and then the varsity rotated out, and these guys got beat on by the next group. This group, this year, would go run the first team O, and then when we needed to get, the second team some reps, that first team, I flip over and run the opponent stuff. I mean, honestly, for the first time, when I first got here, numbers were really low. I used to catch this group, when I was still as a center, we get one on our first offense, and then we turn around and play the end against our second. And all the way through, the seniors did a great job of showing how to lead and how to be a servant to the rest of the team. We learned a lot of things from the game. Played tough, I guess we could. I don't know what it was. Also. So we bounced back. And I think we learned what extracurricular things are supposed to teach us. Resilience. How to fight through adversity. We play close at it. And to be honest, we had a kid start in the middle of our defense. And we said, go that way. Turn that way. Go that way. He had 10 other guys who were trying to help him. But this group just fought, and fought. And stepped up and tried to. It was fun. We had our ups, we had our downs. We got to, I've been in places I've never been to before, times in Nebraska. Don't really care to go back. Nice place, nice place. You get home at 2:30 in the morning. We gave ourselves a chance, after a slow start to the season, we gave ourselves a chance to make the playoffs. We didn't play very well in Minden, but then we finished our season, as Mr. Macho mentioned, by just completely dominating the team that ended up going to the playoffs and winning their division. They beat everyone else in the division. We could pound them. Great way to finish the season. In football, like most high school sports, you generally, only one team finishes the season with a win. Everyone else make the playoffs. Ladies, only one team finished with. We didn't make the playoffs this year. We got a chance to finish our season with and came against Broken Bow and made it even sweeter. So we just absolutely hammered. I just cannot say enough about this group's ability and responsibility to keep getting back up, to keep coming back. Not everything we had some ugly stuff out there. And we just kept getting back up until we won. And that is success in my mind. People stay down, they go down and stay down. This group just keep getting back up. Okay, I'll shut up. We have none of the publications have come out with any all-state or all-district teams yet. Hopefully we're going to meet this week and pick our districts. But our team voted on some awards. There was a total. We actually have 6 awards, but we have a tie. So we're going to call out your name. This is what the team voted for our team awards. MVP offensive line, Kai Jennings. MVP back receiver was Jimmy Gordon. The MVP for the defensive line, also might have led the team in fights, Zach Smith. Our MVP in the linebacker DB position is Jackson Bell. Our MVP for special teams is Trey Russell. And we had a most improved. most improved award that is always interesting to me to see who guys think came on. To be honest, I thought these were two excellent picks. The guys that voted on for most improved were Cole Atkinson and Kate Cox. Thank you, I'm done talking.
I don't know if I saw all that. Asking about the hate you. Alright, good evening. Before handing out awards, I would like to give a quick recap of our 2022 season. This year, we had a total of 12 girls out that were eager to compete at the varsity and junior varsity level. At the beginning of the season, we put a lot of emphasis on our short game and made that focus throughout our season. Our goal as a team was to cut off strokes from one week to the next. The girls worked extremely hard on the putting green, focusing on their lag cuts, making their automatic 3-footers, fine-tuning their chip shots, and bumping runs. We knew this would be an important piece of our game that would help us to compete as we face our very tough districts. The ladies' speed started this season off at the Kearney Catholic Invite, where they placed 6th overall. Jada Rubalcaba, Emma Peterson, Ellery Harm, Sophia Aiden, and Addie Bartel led the varsity squad. Ellery Harm was a lone medalist, finishing in 8th overall. Our second invite of the year was held at the York Country Club, where we got to compete against some very talented girls from the east side of the state. Ellery Harm finished 10th overall, claiming an individual medal. Heading into the Broken Bow invite, we switched up our top 5 to gain some experience on the course. Maddie Cornwell, Sarah Sonder, Ellery Harm, Addie Bartels, and Jada Rubalcaba competed for the sweeps. The team fell short of a 4th place finish. Ellery Harm was the lone medalist again with a 6th place finish, shooting 97. The sweeps faced some tough competition again at the Lexington Invitational, where they shot a team score of 430. Kaylee Olson came in as a freshman, shooting a PR of 113. Ellery Harm led the team, while the others followed shortly behind. The Swedes hosted a very competitive group of girls at the Wild Horse Invite. As a coach, it was great to give our entire team the opportunity to play and to compete against some talented girls. The girls improved their overall scores and became more consistent with their drives and fairway shots. We all know the Luga can get us at times. The Swedes were 6th overall at their home meet, shooting a 431. The Lady Swedes came out on top at the Dawson County Invite, claiming the championship flag. Ellery Harm placed 2nd, Jada Rubalcaba placed 6th, and Sophia Aiden placed 7th overall. This year, the Southwest Conference meet was held at McCook, where the Swedes finished 5th as a team. Ellery Harm snagged 14th place medal. The girls who contributed at the Southwest Conference meet were Ellery Harm, Jada Rubalcaba, Emma Peterson, Addie Bartel, Sophia Aiden, and Sarah Saunders. Districts were held at Cambridge Country Club this year. This was a new course. We've never played this before. The fairways were very tree-lined, there was water. It was a very difficult course overall. The girls gave it their all at the district meet, but we did fall behind. We wanted to compete, and we wanted to make it to state, but our district is full of 16 teams with some of the top players and all over the state. Ellery Harm ended up shooting her PR of 41 on her front 9, rolling into the back 9, and we just cut it short right at hole number 17 and 18, where we kind of lost control there, but we almost had it. Overall, our girls made huge gains throughout the season and improved as individual players. Their grit, their hard work ethic, and drive to become better will help them to come back better and stronger next season. Ladies, I want to thank you for showing up to practice every day and putting the time in to make yourselves better players and more knowledgeable about the game. Congratulations on a great year. At this time, we're going to go ahead and recognize the 2022 our winners. Let me call your name, go ahead. Ellery Harm. Emma Peterson. Jada Rubicon. Sophia Aiden. Becca Craft. Maddie Martell. Maddie Cornwell. Kayla Goldsmith. Alright, our next awards are our team award winners. These were also, we sent this out, we're also about to go ahead and choose who they got. So we'll start with our MVP. Our MVP this year is Ellery Harm. Ellery is the player who can keep her composure when playing tough competition. She has the mindset and ability to compete with the best of them. Her course management and long drives help her to capitalize out there on the course. Ellery leads the team with the most individual medals earned in tournament play. She was the lone medalist at the Southwest Conference meet, and she just fell short of the medal at the district meet against the top players in state, while recording a PR on her front end. So congratulations, Ellery. Our most improved player this year is not here tonight, Lindsay Anderson. Lindsay's work ethic at practice and drive to better herself as an individual player really paid off throughout the season. Lindsay came out for golf this year as a first-time player, not knowing much about the game or had the experience in that swimming club. By the end of the year, we had her making good contact and the confidence developed her own. So congratulations. Our best individual performance now goes to Jada Rubicon. Jada is the player who remains consistent and reliable when it comes to her overall 18-hole score. She maintains her composure, strives to be the best player she can be. Jada's best individual performance this year was at the district meet in Cambridge, where she shot a PR of 48 on her first 9 holes. Congratulations, Jada. Alright, our grit award goes to Maddie Cornwell this year. Her positive mindset, her drive to become better without giving up, a passion for the game of golf. She continued to push herself every day at practice to perfect her game. We're going to talk to you next week. Congratulations. Alright, the last one here is our teammate award, and this one goes to Emma Peterson. Attitude and smile on her face. Emma does a great job of hyping up our team and encouraging her teammates during practice sessions. So congrats to all of us. I would like to give a huge thank you to all of you standing here on the stage tonight and all of the hard work and time and efforts. We also did have a summer incentive program where they had to turn in everything that they Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. Coach Mulbert's had a long week, he looks pretty tired, so I'm gonna try to get you better. First of all, congratulations to all the programs this fall, athletes, coaches, your time, dedication, commitment to the school community are greatly appreciated. As you can see, we've done some great things this year. We all have a lot to be very proud of. So thank yous real quick to start us off. Thanks to the admin team for your support. Several of you attended many of our meets, and that support did not go unnoticed. The kids noticed you there, and so did I, and it was greatly appreciated. Mr. Schaefer, I don't think gets enough credit for what he does. His dedication to strengthening our athletes and the willingness to tailor the programs, to not just have every kid doing the exact same thing, but tailoring to what they need for their program. I think he needs a round of applause for all of is again credit to what he does in the summer and the work that he makes these kids do to get them ready for what they need to be prepared for in their seasons. Thank you to Les, Dave, Mitch, and Marty. We already mentioned them for getting us safely to and from. We've all been on those buses on those windy days. We walk them back and forth, and we wonder if those semis in front of us are going to roll over or take us out. Those guys navigate the roads beautifully, and they always get us to where we need to be. So again, thanks to those guys. And for putting up with the terrible singing in the back of the bus, bus. You already know, stick to running. Thank you, Coach Reeves, for his dedication to the program, his leadership, his experience. Ability to keep grounded is much appreciated. There were several times this year that I kind of felt like maybe I was going to jump off a cliff, and he told me to relax and everything's going to be fine. So I appreciate that. Thanks to the seniors for their leadership and dedication. This program is now headed in a great direction because of everything we have done. We're on the right track for years to come, and I'm really excited about the future. And those seniors have done a lot of work to lead us to where we are. So thank you to you. And finally, thanks to my family and to the parents of all the athletes for letting us work with your kids. They truly are awesome, and we really appreciate it. All right, let's get it. The girls cross country team. If you're here, I know there's not very many of you here. If you come up here real quick. Okay, so just kind of a real quick recap. This season we had 5 girls out for cross country. This summer I sat down and asked each of them to fill out a goal sheet and asked them to reflect on why they were here and what they wanted to accomplish this season. While each had slightly different reasons for joining the team and different goals that they wanted to achieve, there was a common theme among them all. They wanted to be a great teammate, they wanted to do what they could to help the team, and they wanted to get better as individuals. This season, each of them accomplished those goals. From top to bottom, middle school to high school, the message I give to our athletes is always strive to get better. For some, this is winning medals and trophies, but to many, it's simply improving their time from the beginning of the season to the end, or even being able to complete a full race without having to stop and walk. We had several obstacles this year with the girls' team with illnesses and injuries, including a season-ending stress fracture. But despite the hardships, this group of girls never quit, they rarely complained, and they always showed up ready to work. They all came a long way this season, and although we didn't win any meets, some of them didn't earn an individual medal, they all made massive improvements from beginning to end and reached goals that they set for themselves. They all have a lot to be proud of, and I thank them for their hard work, dedication, never give up attitude that they show up all summer and all season. So we're going to give out some letters to the girls team and then some team awards. Letter winners, Coach Reeves has your certificate, are Claire Vincent, Lucy Tracci, Avery Solomon, Lily Tracci, and Madison Butler. I discussed and decided to hand out to individuals here. First of all, for a young lady that medaled at 3 of our 7 meets, competed in lots of them very narrowly missing medals in the others. This athlete not only led us as a runner, but also helped guide the younger runners, junior high runners especially, through every step of the season, and that MVP goes to Avery Saltzman. Most improved. One of the best parts of my job is watching kids get better from year to year as they progress through the program. We don't always see major gains, but this year we had one individual who in several meets shaved 7 minutes or more off of her times from last year. It doesn't take a math major to understand that if you're running a 5K, 7 minutes could be an entire 1,000 meters ahead of where you were before. So this individual put in a lot of hard work this summer. She battled through all kinds of different injuries and things that were always nagging. She never complained. She got better every single day, and that's a perfect. This year we also preached about summer training. Our season, because it is so short, can be made or broken based on what you do in the summer. If you show up when school starts and try to start running, you're never going to get there. So we decided to give out a Summer Star Award. We met 4 days a week for 10 weeks over the summer, starting in June. These ladies logged over 200 miles during that time period, and these two never missed a single day that I could account for. I went back through my records and I never once found a day that they were not there. So our summer stars this year, new to cross country, and I hope one of them comes back and tries something next year. Lily, It's been a great season. Boys cross country. All right. A season ago, in October of 2021, this group of boys stood on the hill at Kearney Country Club, and we watched the state champion and runner-up trophies being handed out. They sat there. They had just had a great showing at the state meet by placing 5th in the state after an 11th place finish the year before. After watching those awards, they collectively came to me and said, "Coach, we want to do that next year." So we sat down and talked about the things that we would need to do, and they all said, "We'll do it." So we developed a mantra this year of all in. Every day, show up, give everything you've got, and good things will happen. This summer, their desire was very evident. Attendance at morning runs, as well as the weight room, increased. It was more consistent than in past years. It was pretty evident that a sense of team accountability began to appear, and Coach Reeves and I knew that this year could be special. As we approached the first races of the season, the level of excitement was very high, and these guys were like caged animals. They were ready to go. They could not wait for that first race. For the first few meets of the season, it was clear that they were on a mission. We placed 5 in the top 15 at the Lexington Invite. At our first scored meet, at the Minden Invite, we put 5 in the top 10 and won the meet with a score of only 19 points. Several other wins followed. We won the Broken Bow Invite, Fillmore Central Invite, and Ogallala Invites, and then turned around to the UNK Invite when we placed first out of 36 schools in Class C. We measured any good teams how well they handle adversity, and we found that the following week at the Gothenburg Invite. We had one minor injury that left us shorthanded. Nate did not run that day, and several others did not run their best races of the year, and we were in trouble. But fortunately, we had someone step up and do something that we desperately need. Abel Flores moved up, became our third runner, passed several people in the last home stretch. We ended up narrowly winning that meet. We got the game by only 5 points, but it kept our undefeated regular season alive. From that point, we entered the championship portion of our season, which was what we had trained and talked about all season. Nothing mattered until that point. And that was marked by several monumental occasions. First, the Southwest Conference, as Mr. Maracek mentioned. We won our first Southwest Conference title in over 36 years and did it in convincing fashion by winning with only 18 points over second place Minden, who was at 51. The following week, we went to the C5 district meet in Ogallala. The boys again on a windy, very crappy day took care of business and were the district champions and won our first district championship in 14 years. The final chapter of the season came at the 2022 Class C state meet on that very course where we stood 1 year earlier, making a set of lofty goals. With a season-long #1 ranking, a large target on our back, and a lot to prove, these boys handled the pressure and competed like true champions. In the process, they made history, becoming the Class C state champions for the first time in school history at Gothenburg High School. Awards to hand out. I don't know if they can be as big as that one, but letter winners. Coach Reitz has your certificate. Yariel Gaeta, Parker Graves, Ty Price, Nathan Sager, Ethan Olson, Kurt Coleman, Abel Flores, and Isaiah Berman. All right, our most improved. Generally, this isn't someone that is a senior. However, I feel like after a great track season a year ago, and after several conversations about how good he could be if he really wanted to, I decided this person made the biggest jump from last year to this year, stepped up for his team on numerous occasions, including the Gothenburg Invite when we needed him the most, Abel Flores. Instead of summer star, we're going to go with summer stud for the boys. Just like the girls, this award goes to the person who was the most consistent attendee this summer. According to my records, he only missed 2 of our running days the entire summer session in 10 weeks. It made a difference for him, and he made a huge impact on our team's success this season, and that's Nate Sager. And finally, our MVP. While there are several deserving, and we have a state championship team, everybody's deserving. But our most valuable runner for this year is a young man who was a meet champion 3 times, including the Southwest Conference champion and the C5 district champion, with one heck of a finish that I didn't see coming, and a state medalist, 5th place at the Class C state meet, Parker Graves. In addition to Parker's 5th place finish, he was just last week given another recognition. He was recognized by the Nebraska Coaches Association, making the Class C All-State team, Parker Graves. All right, before I let them go, one last thing. In addition to all these awards that they've received, I have one last thing to present to these outstanding young men. Something that I promised them in the van before we unloaded and walked onto that state meet course. If they did what they said they wanted to do all season, I told them I would take care of it. So gentlemen, come on over and got some trophies.
Alright, we are going to introduce the 2022 Gothenburg volleyball team first. When I say your name, come get your certificate from the NSAA Activities Association for your participation in the state volleyball tournament. We will start with the freshman, Lindley Anderson, Ruby Bell, Anna Brown, Tally Brown, Amaya Carlson, McKenna Gilligan, Caitlin Peacock, Peyton Hilbert, Riley McClay, Abby Negley, Peyton Peterson, Halsey Tamala, Oriana Westbrook, Ellie Wyatt, Whitney Cottingham, Joey Holland, Olivia Kovac, Taryn O'Hare, Callie Strasser, Clara Ebert, Layla Healy, Logan Hilbert, Aubrey O'Hare, Ashlyn Richardson, Madison Smith, Ava Wire, Emily Cornwell, Emily Roth, Haley Steuben, Kinley Strasser, Kara Waskovia, Addie Wyatt, and Maria Michelado. A lot of time to prepare for this, so it's be very organized. Alright, the 2022 volleyball season was a great one, top to bottom for the Gothenburg volleyball program. Starting with our freshman crew, who ended the season with a record of 7-2. The reserve team had an undefeated season, going 14-0 on the year. The JV had a final record of 14-3. And the varsity squad completing the season with a final record of 33-4. That is a combined record of 68-9 for our 4 teams this year for the Sweet Volleyball program. Some season highlights include being the Cozad Invite champs, the Harvest Festival runner-ups, the Hershey Invite champs, both JV and varsity, the Southwest Conference Tournament runner-up, and winning the Southwest Conference regular season, going 8-0 for the first time since 2013. Also qualifying for the state tournament for the second year in a row, and finishing the season as your 2022 Class C1 state runner-up. We also first round win against Malcolm last week was the first state tournament win in school history, and the 33 wins on the season is also the most wins in school history. This season could not have been a success without so many people helping along the way. So on behalf of Gothenburg Volleyball, here are a few thank yous. Mr. Moranchek for making sure we have everything we need to compete at a high level. The custodial crew for getting our facility in top shape for our games. Trevor Gallus and all the streaming crew for streaming our home games and even our district final games in Aurora. Your efforts are truly appreciated. Our bus drivers for getting us home safely. Mrs. Welch and the band for providing music at our games. Tanya Strasser for being our nutritionist and food consultant all year. Charity Wyatt for capturing our entire season with pictures. Jesse Kinchelow and everyone at the Bird for your constant support and promotion of all of the great things that are happening within our youth and our community. To our amazing community, your continued support this season was unbelievable, both on the road and at home, where you provided us with such an incredible environment to play in. And I think you saw all of that this week, and that definitely shows in that sportsmanship award. To my assistant coaches for putting so much time and effort into our program on a daily basis. We could not do what we do without you. To our spouses for allowing us to continue to do what we love in coaching these girls. To the parents, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to work with your daughters. You should be so proud of what your daughters have accomplished and the high character individuals you have raised. It was truly a joy to go to practice every day, and that was because of your daughters. To the players, thank you for trusting us as coaches, for coming to practice every day, willing to learn, and giving your absolute best. You truly are amazing people, and I'm the luckiest coach in the state to say that you're on my team. We had 34 girls out this year, as you can see, which is the largest group I've ever had. Having that amount of girls provided us with a great and unique opportunity. Having that many girls on two nets, this team truly bought in to the team first mentality, and watching the amazing relationships develop within this group is something that I'll never forget. We will now award letter winners for this year. So as I say your name, please come grab your certificate. Emily Ross, Madison Smith, Taryn O'Hare, Ashlyn Richardson, Ava Wires, Logan Hilbers, Aubrey O'Hare, Clara Everett, Haley Steuben, Addie White, Karen Scobiak, Kimmy Strasser, Emily Cornwell, Whitney Cottingham, and Layla Hughes. Those are your letter winners. We will now move on to some awards. At the state tournaments, the Omaha World Herald and the Lincoln Journal-Star distinguished all tournament teams. This year, we were fortunate enough to have two girls be selected for those teams. First, Ashlyn Richardson was selected the 2022 Lincoln Journal-Star all-tournament team as a setter. And Clara Everett was the 2022 Omaha World Herald and Lincoln Journal-Star C1 all-tournament team. We have a few awards to give that happened during the season. All of these are very hard to get. These are career awards that happen over their career. So first off, during the year, Emily Cornwell amassed 1,000 career digs. During the state tournament, actually, Clara Everett also surpassed 1,000 career digs. Ashlyn Richardson surpassed 1,000 career assists. So now we'll move on to the team awards. These were voted on today. These are always interesting, and I think the cool thing about this group is when I was tallying these, I would say probably 95% of your names showed up on at least one thing. And I think that's a testament of this group and their willingness to put their teammates ahead of themselves. So obviously, many more people are deserving of these awards than just who your team voted for. First award is going to the hardest workers. These two work hard all of the time, practice games. Their just work ethic is unmatched. The hardest worker this year for the JV squad was Joey Mullen. And for the varsity team, Clara Evans. The next award goes to Most Improved, and this was the award that had the most amount of nominations, so we will be giving 4 of these away. And I think it just proves that we see you improving, and this group put a ton of effort in the gym, in the weight room, and to see these improvements on the court. So the first award for Most Improved goes to Madison Smith. Next Most Improved goes to Whitney Cottingham. And finally, 2 freshmen that I feel very deserving. Both of these came in with strong work ethics, not really sure on what position they would be playing, and they were willing to play anywhere at any time. So the 2 Most Improved freshmen goes to Caitlin Ecox and Lily Anderson. Next award goes to the best communicator. She communicated all the time, whether it was on a group text, whether it was in practice, whether it was what uniforms we're wearing. So this goes to Kara Wascovia. This year's most valuable players, they are 2. They are 2 girls who were vital to our success this year. They work hard, they bought in, and they made us what we were. And those 2 players are Claire Everett and Emily Cornwell. Right, these awards are new, and this one is going to be the best comeback. And I think if you don't know this story, I think it's important that you do. Initially, she was not supposed to be able to play at all. And I think you don't realize the amount of work and time this girl put in to get back on the court. Whether it was being at the Y at 6:30, then going to PT, and then coming to school, then going back to P. She never missed a practice. She was my right-hand player, calling serves, watching scout films with me. Totally somebody that I've never seen somebody work harder to get back on the floor. So this best comeback this year goes to Aubrey O'Hare. Happy birthday. Next award might have to be named after this particular player because I think it's going to be her 4th year of getting this award. Personally, in my opinion, the most important award we give away, the Best Teammate Award. And I truly have never met a person so unselfish and willing to care about the team more than herself. and willing to pick people up when they're down, willing to be the light that everybody needs, the energy everybody needs. So I think for the 4th year in a row, best teammate is going to be to Addie White. So the seniors, this group of seniors is the true definition of what it means to be a sweet volleyball player. The group truly bought into our mission as freshmen to be a great team. They are selfless and willing to accept roles for the betterment of the team, and we couldn't be more proud and excited for what their future holds. A few highlights of their career with Sweet Volleyball. They have 99 career wins, which is the most by any class in school history. They have qualified for 3 straight district finals. They qualified for the state tournament for the first time in school history. They also ended their senior year with a runner-up finish at the state tournament. Gothenburg volleyball would not be the same or where it is today without these fine young individuals. So as I say your name, please come grab your certificate. Emily Ross, Haley Steuben, Kinley Strasser, Emily Cornwell, Addie White, and Rose. And a big round of applause for our honorary senior, Maria. That is it. I believe Mr. Marshall is up next.
So I know I'm not Mr. Rodchick, but I'd like to highlight Maddie. She's been doing the sport for 6 years. She's helped me a lot this year leading the team and helped me do so much for the program, and I'll definitely miss her this year. Definitely, she's probably better at doing the butt chewings on the team than I am, but she does a whole lot, and she helps in a lot more ways. So thank you so much, Maddie, for your 6 years at our program.
Okay, Coach Niels, Coach Reeves, it's your turn. Front center. As you just noticed, Coach Niels just gave out each of the participants many trophies. These coaches get their own trophy as well for a job well done, and let's congratulate them on their state championship. And we have Coach Day up here as well. At this time, we do have 2 coaches that were selected for Southwest Conference Coach of the Year. Coach Day was the Southwest Conference Softball Coach of the Year, and Coach Niels was Southwest Conference Boys Cross Country Coach of the Year. Let's congratulate them. We don't have their certificates yet, but we will. And also volleyball hasn't selected theirs, but to be honest, the Southwest Coach of the Year in our book is Coach Mulberg. Okay, next on the agenda here is the highlight video. Go ahead, Trevor.
feel the recipe. I wonder if my days gonna blame it on the entropy. Blood is pumping up to see the end is right in front of me. Take it from me, I can feel everything. Since I came out my mom, thinking my daddy never won. Proving wrong every time it's hard. I worship legends when you know that you can join. These niggas don't like me, they don't like me, they wanna fight me. Come on, try me, it's gonna be fun, but I never fight. Why people from the past, love to set somebody they try. They said I wouldn't make it out alive. I've been dreaming about the West Coast. That's a reason that I don't know. Give me the sun for just a year. I'll kiss the sky and disappear. I don't stay with luck with the grayest skies. Trying to find myself some luck, but it's running dry. It's like the weather makes it worse than my cloudy mind. I could really use a dose of some paradise. Sometimes you gotta run from the broken heart before I turn to a ghost. Need a brand new sky. Get myself headed to the coast, man, it ain't that far. Maybe I'm silent lake, and some shining stars. I've been dreaming about the West Coast. Some places that I don't know. See signs for California. Take a shake for soft and warm. I've been dreaming about the West Coast, where the people take it real slow. I need the sun for just a year. I'll kiss the sky and disappear. Ain't got to drop down for 40 days. Still they watching cars, they don't show any age. Ain't nothing that you want to cost you more than time. If you try to find yourself, better get in line. Time to find myself a new glow. I need the sun for just a year. I'll kiss the sky and disappear. I've been dreaming about the West Coast. There's some places that I don't know. Like the song on the radio, follows me wherever I go. All my troubles been on repeat at night. The more I try to drown it out, the more it comes back around. It's got a hold on me, a hold on me. Back when I was 14, I had my first heartbreak. Didn't wanna leave my room for days. It felt like the end of the world.
Thank you, Trevor, that was great, appreciate that. Okay, before we close here, if you are a freshman or a new letter winner, make sure you come up stage and get your Chanel letter. Okay, you can get that from me here tonight. Okay, that concludes our program tonight. Thank you for coming. Look forward to the winter sports season. Have a good evening.